Hello, my friends. Today is April the 20th. Happy 420. This is a soul reading for this day. Maybe you can reflect upon humanity's soul or your own soul. This is a soul card by Deborah Koff Chapin. Comes with no interpretation, only that which is intuited. What is this card saying? Well, bones, This is a day about bones. It's about, I think, honoring the bones of those beings who are no longer with us. It's about remembering the bones, the structures built by others that always need to collapse at some point and go back to the earth. It's about remembering our own bones that will collapse and go back to the earth. It's about remembering bones are, the lifeblood they create, our whole blood system. They support our structure. They're necessary to our being in bodies. They're necessary for everything. Everything has bones, has a structure to it. Humans and animals have, much better bone structures that are more understandable and observable. But we have to be aware of our bones, and we have to be aware of how we're treating our bones. Meaning, how are we respecting our ancestral knowledge? How are we respecting the bones that we have in this body today? Are we giving all of our bones right fluidity and ample exercise and enough blood and light and oxygen and food for them to be strong and to hold their shape? Are we believing in the right things? Our structures are built upon our belief systems, and often our belief systems, if they're negative ones, they can impact our bones. And vice versa, if our bones are weak, they can impact our thoughts. So do we give our power away to when our bones are shifting and not necessarily working the way we want to? Can we lift ourselves up above our bones? The bones are great teachers, and they're great needs, and they're great supports, but our minds are also equal in value to our bones, because we get to judge and rework what doesn't work for us. So looking at our bones, looking at our structures, seeing what doesn't work, seeing what can need some support today, seeing what needs some building up, seeing what needs some letting go, when you trust that the bones would be the right ones that would work forever in the way that you have pictured them, but they don't. You have to move on. You have to accept new realities. You have to try new things. You have to be more surrendered and more open and more loving and more honest with yourself, to honor your bones in whatever way, shape, and form they come to you. Ahoo.